Record to the cloud. All right, we are recording. Eric,
Good morning, good after evening.
Good
get
evening.
closer. I don't know what day it is or what time of day it is either. It's dark. I assume it's after 4 o'clock.
It's so dark 30.
Let me tell you, we got the rain last week, right? And the bucket on my tractor filled up with water. And I went to do some stuff the other day. Was it yesterday? Sunday. I dumped it out and was like, that's not a lot of water poured out. And I looked and it was 6 inches of solid ice.
Oh, wow.
Because it was so cold for 3 days.
Yeah.
Didn't get above freezing at all from Thursday night till Sunday morning.
Christmas Day when I went down Long Branch Road, talk about icy. It was, there's trees on both sides, so there's no sun on the road. And that ice just filled up on there.
Oh yeah, that's a Long Branch between 52 and 400 is just a death trap most of the time. Even dry, windy conditions. Let's not talk about the fact that it's 50 feet above the horse fields on one side.
Right.
Yeah, 60 was icy too Sunday morning.
What was
60, 60 above 400, where we shaped by the funeral home.
Oh yeah.
And there was a car that had gone off the road, I guess the night before. It was upside down and it had yellow tape where the police had been there.
Oh.
Completely upside down, down the ravine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The paved road that comes into our place is just barely wide enough for 2 cars to pass each other. Some jackass in a semi came in there Sunday morning and got sideways on that road. It took a day and a half to get that idiot out of there.
Oh goodness.
Thank goodness there is another way out. But
oh yeah. Well, we only have one way out unless Jim agrees to let us go his way.
Hey, it's fine with me, but the first caveat is I'm not on the board anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The second caveat is the guys, when I wasn't around, the other guys on that crew concreted in the post this time.
Good. Yeah, we met what's his name? AJ? Is that right?
AC.
AC, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you sent the email weeks ago, and Renee and I dashed up there to see what was going on, and so did he and his wife. So we met on sides of the fence.
Yeah. So, Jim, could you put a tower up at your house?
Yeah, maybe I should put a tower up, huh?
Does your restrictions allow you to do that?
Nah.
No one would even know.
Oh, they don't?
How would they know?
They wouldn't. They probably wouldn't, unless you had it like 100 feet tall.
Well, yeah, but even at that, you probably couldn't see it. I'm so far back in the woods, you have to pipe in sunlight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Russ, did you turn into the hospital this morning?
No, not today. Yesterday I was in there.
Maybe it was. No, it had to be today. You got you got that Ford pickup, right?
Yeah, I do.
WQS?
WQS, yeah. But I wasn't down in Gainesville. Yesterday I was down there. Let's see, what's today? Tuesday?
No, today in Dahlonega.
I was in Dahlonega, yeah. I went up by McDonald's up there.
Yeah, I was right behind you.
Okay, I didn't know that.
You're thinking, who the hell is that tailgating me?
I saw you too, Russ. You were at church, and when I was driving downtown this morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Then I went and got coffee. Yeah.
All right. Shall we do something digital related? I do have a recording here, so we'll be able to post that. Did everyone get my message from, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
About the exercise on the 9th?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do some HF stuff. HF digital, HF phone on the 9th. So we'll see. And of course, remember we're starting the HF phone net in January as well, on the 3rd Thursday after the.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Whoever has the most passion and energy for it can take over that for me.
It's going to be a net on what, as any particular day, or just whenever you want to send something?
No, we're gonna have on the third Thursday after the club net, just like we do on the first Thursday. On the repeater, we'll just have a HF net,
Oh, okay.
just a phone net. For HF digital, the exercises should be HF digital, but there's not a plan to have another net. There are plenty of them out there that we can actually participate in. There's the Northeast District WinLink net that you can just check in via HF if you want to. There's the Georgia section WinLink net that's also on Sundays. This is the same slide that I've showed at every ARES meeting since we started, right? You can always use those for HF. And of course, the state guys do an FL Digi Sunday net as well. So you can check in via another mode other than WinLink.
Aaron, what do they use on FL Digi? What mode do they use?
So usually it's PSK and I can't remember the other one. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Let me share my screen. Do I have my weird porn closed? Okay. Let's see. Net schedule. So this is the Georgia ARES site. I'm sure you guys have been here before. So they have the voice net on 3975 every Sunday. Yeah, MT63. They have a traffic net. So every Sunday is a WinLink net, and every Sunday is also MT63, and every other. So there's a PSK 125 net on even months, and there's a DRATS net on odd months. So, if you guys, you can use any of these at any time to check in if you want some practice with HF Digital. And of course, if we want to do our own, we can, but there's a lot of them out there already. So unless someone has a specific request or requirement.
So on the Thursday night, is it going to be just HF sideband or digital? What are we going to do?
Just sideband for now to start with.
All right.
That's going to be after the club net?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the one that I can't get.
Well, it's at 8:30. Just listen.
I need a mountain mover.
Just listen on 3975. That's probably what the frequency will wind up on, or that, or that's somewhere around there. How's it doing right now?
I used to represent a factory there. I just want.
That's 3975 is busy.
Yeah,
It stays busy.
yeah, we'll have to see. We'll probably move that around, but I participated in nets on HF. I've never run an HF net, believe it or not. So I think part of that being net control is figuring out which frequency and where to go to. So some help would be appreciated on that. Anyway, so there's plenty of opportunity here for HF Digital. And of course, we got the these WinLink nets. If you want packet practice, you can just use packet to get there as well via WinLink. So any other questions on that?
Do you want to maybe try first experimenting? I've never used MT63 myself. I've used years ago. I used to do a lot of PSK 31. I hadn't tried PSK 125. That's just a matter of baud rate, let's say. But it might be interesting to try that MT63 among ourselves, just to see how it works and kind of shake things out.
Well, here we go. Waiting on you. You guys used FL Digi before? Anybody?
A long time ago.
Long time ago. It really hasn't changed in like 15 years. I'm trying to put sides in here. You want me to go through this and show you some stuff? I'll show you everything I know about FL Digi, which is about that much. Enough to participate in a net, but there's a million details I don't know about, or million pieces I don't know about. So let's see. Just actually, was there a link right there? Look at that. No, FL Digi. So you Google FL Digi, should come up pretty quick. That's him, W1HKJ. And he has different packages, different software packages. The one we care about is the top one, FL Digi, FLARQ. Which ARQ? Automatic return request or something like that? I can't remember. Not important, but moral of the story is we just download this from here. It'll take us to blah, blah, blah. We've done this before, right? Just find your setup file for Windows. I assume everyone's running Windows, right? There's no one's running Mac or something stupid, right? Not that Mac's stupid, but just complicates things. Anyway, so you just run the executable there after you download it, and what you wind up with once you run it is something like this. I've got mine a little bit customized, but not too much. So it'll look very similar to this. And so we go back to our tenets, right, of digital, right? We need audio in, we need audio out, and we need some sort of rig control, whether that be push to talk or full rig control with frequency changes and mode changes. So we can go to configure and go to sound card. We'll start with the audio. And this is not difficult, right? Just like we do for everything else, we pick our signal link out of this list. And it's always, I've got mine labeled as HF signal link. You should see was it line codec, or I can't remember what the label is on if you haven't changed it.
You don't have to use Signal Link with this, right?
What was that?
You don't have to use Signal Link with this.
You don't have to.
Depends on your
if
rig.
you have a sound card built in. How are you doing digital right now, Rick? You doing through Signal Link?
Well, I was trying to do it straight through because I've got a TNC on my on the Kenwood, so I thought I could just do it. I don't know. I may have to go back to Signal Link.
Yeah, whatever way.
It would seem like life was easier then.
Yeah, it does make it easier, I'm afraid. The real beauty, though, the Signal Link here is that we're in FL Digi, and we select the same capture and playback or input and output devices.
Yeah.
As we did in WinLink, and as we do in JS8 Call, and as we do with any digital mode, right? It's like there's the Signal Link, use it, right, and let it deal with it. So
okay,
that makes it easier.
Yeah, it does make it easier. I mean, it's just the same box for every time. So, but anyway, so you select your Signal Link in and out here, and then you click save. I'll just go ahead and click close. Then you can do configure and rig control. And we talked about this too. Let's see. This is a little more complicated. I think they've made it complicated. There are different ways to do rig control. The one we care about is probably going to be hamlib unless you have a very special setup. And this is the same configuration again that we did for other digital modes. This is going to be the serial port to control your radio. All right, so mine's COM7, and you basically select your rig from this drop down, and it has all sorts of stuff in here, right? So it's got flex radio stuff in here. It's got Yaesu stuff. It's got Kenwood stuff. Let's see. Look at all those icons in there. Kenwoods. Trying to find. There's your TS 2000 right there, Rick. So
Okay.
when all these settings match, you click save there, and what will happen is as you tune around, you see my frequency changing up here in the top. So we know that's working. So FL Digi itself is not a mode, it's a piece of software. And inside of it, you have so many different modes. And you can select the op mode right here. You can do CW. You can just, if you want to, actually, let's see if I can find some CW here. I'm way too high in the band. Hold on. Anyway, so if I do op mode CW, it's going to listen for some CW, and it's going to, when I transmit, it will transmit in CW. So we go, let's get this down here a little bit. So my OCD will not let me stop on anything but zeros. I'm not hearing it too well. Might be too much noise in there, but QN99, what is this guy talking about? But the idea is it will listen, and if the signal is strong and clear enough, it will actually translate that, and you'll see the message come across. I wish I could find, I was gonna look for this. Let's see, what are the PSK frequencies? You know those off the top of their head?
Well, 40 meters is 7070. And let me find, hang on one second. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse here. Let me find you a,
I think it's 35. 20 meters, let's see. 3580, I was close.
yeah, 3580 maybe.
There's actually some,
Well, that's CW.
that's a CW guy in there.
Oh, 3584. Or is that slow scan?
That's slow scan.
You know, everybody's on FT8 now, so maybe there's no.
I know. So if we wanted to do PSK 31, right? So PSK is what phase shift keying, and there's different speeds. These are baud rates,
Right.
31, 63, 125. So if we want to do PSK 31, we could just select that mode.
Yeah.
And if there was a PSK signal in there, you would see it show up in here. On the left side in this left panel are different conversations at different frequencies. Really wish I could hear something.
I don't think anybody's on. That's horrible.
Yeah, I don't hear anything at all.
Here's all your FT8 nonsense. Oh, that's pretty exciting.
I think that's slow scan right there, isn't it? On 3582. 5. Anyway. Oh, there we go. There's something popped up there. But if there was a real conversation, so we're in PSK mode. If you look down at the bottom down here, you can see you're in DPSK 31 mode. If there was some PSK in here, you would see different lines on this side of the screen with different conversations going on. Those are the offsets, right? So you see a couple of them right here. It thinks it hears something, but it doesn't. Oh, there's some PSK right there. That's the PSK 125, I think. Right here. It thinks it is. Let's see if he comes back. That might be MT63 right there.
Usually you'll see like little beads when you see PSK, and they're two frequencies that are switching phase relationship with one another.
Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible. On 7070, which is usually the PSK frequency, I've got my furnace tuning in.
Your furnace.
Yeah, it's a big broadband. It's several kcs wide, and it's about 40 over 9.
Yeah, there's PSK right there.
Oh, you can hear it. Yeah.
Wait, is that your furnace?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. See, there's a guy, Kenneth K8DP from KG5GJT. There's someone calling CQ, but you see the different conversations on the different offsets of the frequency. I use a MFJ 941. Okay, I believe you. But you see how fast this thing is. It's 31 baud. It's 31 characters.
Yeah, but the thing is it can type because of the varicode. It's equivalent to typing at 50 words a minute.
See this guy right here.
That's a whole lot faster than I can type.
Yeah.
You use more than 2 fingers?
3.
I use all 7.
Oh,
Can't type without looking, Jim?
What's that, Russ?
You can't type without looking?
Not anymore. No, I used to touch type. That was a long time ago. Aaron, I noticed you have a double macro bar there. That's pretty slick.
Yeah, so I've got most of these are built-in macros. I've got some like when I check into the nets. I guess we can step back and talk about macros. The real power of FL Digi is in the macros, right? Because if I want to talk to this guy, I would go in, I would click in this blue box, and I would say, hello, this is Aaron, right? And I would click the button at the top that says transmit, and I would wait for it to finish transmitting, and I click it again to stop transmitting, right? And that is horribly slow, right? The beauty of net check-ins is we check in the same way, right? And we get acknowledged the same way. So I can actually create a macro, which is a real fast shortcut to do things. For example, this net check-in right here. If I right click on it, it'll actually show the definition. Right, so I've got, this one says transmit, start transmitting, and then the guy I'm talking to, because it's digital, it knows who I'm talking to, the call sign that came back from my call. Please check in, me, Aaron, blah, 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 no traffic, please confirm. RX means, start receiving. So I can just click this button and it will do it all automatically for me to check in. The real power is all of these over here, these select, they call them tags. And you can do all sorts of stuff with these. I mean, look at this stuff. You can change modes in the middle. I mean, it's just, goodness gracious. I do my call and call and name. I could do name if I wanted to. But where it pulls that information is actually if you go into configure and look at where is it? Operator, UI operator. So it pulls like my call and my name and stuff like that from here. So I can actually inject that automatically with these macros. So there's another traffic net check-in. What is this one? It's basically the same thing. So the traffic net's got an ICS form built in. So you have to tell net control you have an ICS form ready to go. He'll say, please send your traffic, and you'll send the form. But it's effectively the same thing. But a lot of these, like I said, are built in, and they have not been customize it all. I got this one that's testing. I've actually got, not even sure if that's the right etiquette here, but if you do the reverse beacon network, I use this for reverse beacon network sometimes. I change it to CW, flip to a frequency, and I just send this test from there, and and sign to test my own propagation.
These are great for brag sending, that you put in your complete line of equipment and any other personal information. And then when you key that up, you could start sending that. And while it's sending it, you could type behind it and make you look like an expert typist.
So if you listen and participate in the traffic nets and the PSK nets and whatnot on Sunday, the person doing that, they are well versed in how to use this. They are taking check-ins. You call, hey Aaron, how you doing? I mean, just like bam, because it's all macros, right? It all takes the information that you've already sent over. So KK4 ESJ, go ahead and send your traffic type stuff, and confirm receipt after he gets the form. I mean, it's just amazingly fast. I have no idea how they do that. I don't have enough practice in FLDigi itself. It's a good tool to have in your toolkit, but just being able to type here and send and then receive it on the other end, that's probably good enough for what we need to do as an ARES group, unless we decide to use this as our primary, right? Because remember, our primary is going to be WinLink if we can do it. This is probably going to be later, down the list of modes to try, I'll say. What is this guy saying?
Can you run this on a Pi or a?
Well, absolutely. I got a Raspberry Pi 3 around here somewhere that I've got FLDigi running on, no problem.
I've got 2 Pis. I just never use them.
Yeah. So the problem with using Raspberry Pis for all this is because ARES uses WinLink, we have to use Windows, right? Because there's no Raspberry Pi version of WinLink. There's no Mac version of WinLink. It's Windows only. And I really, really hate that. If they could port a version for Raspberry Pi that worked, then that's what I'd be using, right? I got a monitor, Raspberry Pi is this big, I'll just tape it to the back of the dang thing and, don't have to worry about this laptop I carry around anymore. Another great thing about Raspberry Pis is if you build your image the way you want it, you can just clone it. You can take the disk, the card, and clone it. And then you have 2 of them now, right? So I can have one that sits in the shack, and I can have one that sits in my bag, and they're the same thing. So they should operate at the same way. So. This guy is just talking and talking. Look at this guy.
You ever try to run this off of a notebook or an iPad or something like that, or a tablet?
No, I don't think it's going to run on tablet because you need the sound interfaces. You need the signal links.
Okay.
I think that's your problem there. If you can get a signal link to work with it, it'd probably work fine.
Or you could get a USB sound card.
It depends on the tablet if you can plug it in, right?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a USB connector on the tablet, then you could use an external sound card, with those little tiny things.
Well, you could just use a signal link at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna.
I got to learn to walk before I start running, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just.
Man, this guy's still talking. Look at this guy go. Had in Iowa, lived there summer, worked and I tested. No RF, but it did change the tuner setting. another old man just blabbering. No mode is left unblabbered. Oh, but anyway, when was the last time I actually used FLDigi really and talked to someone? Oh God, it's been months. It might have been a year since I've done it.
Notice that guy is calling CQ up there, and when he actually calls CQ, it turns red.
Yeah.
And then if you clicked on it, that should populate his call sign. I think you have to double click, but it would populate his call sign on there, or it's supposed to anyway.
Yeah, let's see. I think I have to click on it here somewhere, right? So I can assign any call. I'm blind. I can't see anymore. I like this guy here. Yeah. See, I double click on KI8DP and it populates up here.
Right. Then when you hit any of your macros that got his call on it, it automatically populates that in.
So now if we look at this macro where it says call, it's going to send, if I transmit now, it'll send KI8DP. So it's good stuff. This is a fun mode. There's, like I said, there's so many, I say mode, this is fun software. There's so many modes in here that I think most of them have probably not been used in forever.
Well, kind of like Hellschreiber. If you're familiar with that, that came out before World War II. It's a German mode, and it's light writing is what it means.
Oh,
it was
really?
originally done just with radios and dedicated printers. But now, of course, we got computers and software and stuff, but you could still do Hellschreiber.
Yeah, and who are the two guys that show up to the Hamfest with their Hellschreiber machines?
Oh yeah. That's right.
The big old clunkers, looks like typewriters with a keyboard and stuff like that.
Yep.
They usually have them hooked up to actually have them hooked to Raspberry Pis to do stuff, cool stuff with them. Like I texted myself one year, remember at Tech Fest, you put in your phone number and then you hit enter and then you type a message, enter, and then it actually sent me a text message with my from this thing. And my phone beeps.
What we'll have to do is get on one of these modes one night and everybody walk through at the same time.
What are you doing right now?
Oh, we're walking. Well, we're not doing it actually good on ourselves. We're watching you do it.
Why are you watching me do it? I think we should I think someone should click on this thing with me. All right, what questions do you guys have? Actually, look at the waterfall is interesting to look at because this does different modes. You can see different things. Like right here where my mouse is. See, that's actually PSK right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that just by looking at the shape in the waterfall. Then if we look over here, there are two different signals that are different. That looks, I don't know what these are actually. That might have been a MT because of the little horns that follow up. That might be just noise. That's your furnace, Jim.
Oh my God. You can't imagine what that looks like. It's a broad line. I don't know how many KCs wide, a couple KCs wide, and just really intense on my waterfall here.
Yeah, I had a smartwatch a few years back, and it the charger, you just set it down in the charger by the bed at night, and started getting noise, and turns out it was the phone charger. And it's not much. I say the phone charger, the watch charger. I'm sorry. It wasn't a lot of noise, but it was like every 20 kilocycles.
Yeah.
For like a huge amount of bandwidth. Like,
oh God,
that crap right there. So I, start this up, maybe with I think I had my SDR play, and then I recorded a video of you see all the noise and then it goes away. And then my question was, can you tell where I turned this thing off? Oh man. All right, you guys interested in doing some FL Digi at some point then? I mean, we could do that in the next digital workshop next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's plan on doing that then. We'll do we'll just flip through a couple modes like PSK or MT63 since that's what the state guys are doing, just to be familiar.
Okay.
And we can all learn. So next one, make sure all your stuff is plugged up and we'll get everything ready to go. Rick, that means you got to get your signal link back up and running.
Yeah, well, it's sitting right here and all I get is plug it in right there. So
Okay, well, that's good. What's that talking about? On my laptop restarted on its own and threw me off the air. It's very slow to read. It drives me crazy. It's kind of like listening to the W1AW 5 words per minute code practice. It's like, hurry up. Oh my God, hurry up.
Hey, there was a time I thought that was fast.
can you make that font bigger
Can I make this font bigger? Maybe.
for us visually impaired?
I don't know. I've never tried to do that. Let's see.
I mean, I do have, let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see. Oh, now I can read it.
Now you can read it. What did you do?
I have it's a magnifying glass.
Oh.
I mean, come on, my eyes aren't that good.
What software releases that magnifying glass?
Is that compatible?
Can you see that? It's a zoom.
Oh.
So I'm writing, and it should be work with this application.
Copyright. Oh. Yeah, it's got forgot about all this QRZ integration and stuff like that too. I actually have a real account here and everything. I believe there's a way to look up call signs from here, right? There's all sorts of features on this software here.
I think you need a plug-in for that though.
Oh, do you?
For the call sign lookup, yeah.
Yeah, look up call. Okay. So that's him. He's way up that tower. What is that, 4 feet?
Oh, yeah.
At least he has a tower, Aaron, is what you're supposed to say. You live in the woods by yourself and still haven't put a tower up.
Aaron, when are you going to get that tower up?
Hey, yeah. I'm going to get the hole in the roof patch first. It's still got a hole in the roof.
Oh my God. I got up on the roof again today to caulk it again.
Run the tower through the hole.
Oh my God.
Set the tower in the hole.
Yes. Yeah, and then build it, then finish it around it.
Just
Hey, that's a thought.
Flag it right to the rafters.
Yeah, you're on a slab? Oh, you're probably not on a slab, are you?
On a slab, but that's 3 stories above the slab.
Well, that's 30 feet already.
30 feet already.
Right.
I'll put it out front, which is actually higher than the roof. So it's gonna go over there somewhere. But I've been saying that for, I don't know, 7 years. It's fine. Reminds me, I had a coworker who was a ham, and he did what I was doing when we lived in Alpharetta. We just listened to the repeaters on the way in. As we're sitting in traffic. And he would come in every morning and was like, "Were you listening to the blah 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 repeater?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Did you hear him again?" Like, "Yeah." I wish he would just put up that damn antenna. I'm tired of hearing him talking about it. He's been talking about it for 4 months. We'll go to his house and put the antenna up. Like, yeah, that's me. I'm gonna put the tower up eventually. All right.
There's a nice strong signal just above 2000 on your waterfall. Oop, he just signed off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there he was. See if he comes back.
One thing I love about this is that there's no error correction and any kind of random noise print stuff.
Yeah, you see it right there.
Now
Right?
is that's just the atmospherics.
I suppose, I guess there's got to be a way to squelch that out or something, but I don't think it's worth. I think you do more damage to your real signals than you do.
Yeah,
When you
there
do
is a
that,
squelch.
Do you need to turn your noise programs off when you're running this? Like my
Oh, there it is right here.
I have an ATT and a PRE.
So
What's a PRE?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
preamp maybe?
It's a noise suppressor.
Oh, that's not like a PBR, is it?
That's a beer.
That's a
That's
beer.
right.
No, I'm not sure what it stands for, but it's another way of factoring out some noise.
You're better off not.
Yeah.
Just open up your bandwidth and no processing.
Oh, here's a CQ in red. Sorry to interrupt you, Jim.
No, go ahead.
There's someone right there calling CQ. See, it's in red.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer him, but anyway, it's pretty strong. So ATT's attenuation, right? So that just brings the whole level.
Right, yeah.
Down.
The PRE, I forgot what it stands for. I'll have to look it up. I don't use it. I use the AT&T every now and then. That's my cell phone service. Oh, just kidding.
It wasn't until Christmas Day in Nashville.
Yeah. I think in the lower right corner, you can adjust the squelch.
Yeah, down here.
Yeah. Somewhere around there. I can't see the whole screen.
Okay. Yeah, if I hover over, it says squelch level, and there's a squelch button.
Yeah. You can fiddly fool with that, but it's not worth it.
No, I don't think it is. Just let it roll. Any signal will just overcome the noise.
Yeah.
In cases, unless it's really weak. I'll copy. So, let's see if he responds.
Oh.
I agree. Oh, but anyway.
Yeah, it's almost past my bedtime.
It's past mine. I'm sleepy. Actually, I got the rest of the year off, so.
Do you
I
really?
can stay up as late as I want. Yeah.
I don't get any more vacation time.
Yeah, that's terrible when you retire and you don't get any time off. You don't get any vacation.
That's right. No days off.
You can sleep late.
Well, I lifted that ladder up the stairs to get up on my roof today, and I just about destroyed my back. So I took a muscle relaxant before, so now I'm nodding off.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
That's what you broke, Jim, because you break something every time you.
Every time.
Jim, I got some antenna work to do. You want to come over and give me a hand?
Sure.
He's trying to kill you, man. He's trying to kill you.
Honestly, I do. If I think I can reach the Dahlonega repeater, if I can get another 20 feet on this pole, but I can't do it by myself. And my wife doesn't seem to want to help me. So she gets real nervous when I get on the roof, you know.
Well, that took my ears off.
That's yours?
Not coming back. Dang it.
Hmm.
Or it probably is. I probably just can't hear him. Anyway.
Well, you'd get the other side though.
Well, we got him. He was talking to somebody, but we didn't get the guy he's talking to. See, here he comes back again.
I took that UPS over to Pete yesterday for the 2-meter machine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. He put it straight in his truck, so I assume he's just going to go ahead and take it up there and get it hooked up.
Oh, yeah, I think he is. I think he's pretty angry about the fact it's not performing right. You know, Pete. Yeah, he's not angry, but he's he wants to make sure it's up and functional. So I think he sent maybe a Facebook post that says maybe the cold. It was so cold up on the mountain that was causing some of the issues on the 443. Is that right?
No, I don't know. I was talking about the 2-meter machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the final determination that he thinks it had something to do with the temperature.
It was like really cold up there.
Yeah.
Fast. Right there.
But he seems to think that that thing will run that machine for several hours.
Oh, good.
Of normal usage. Probably not, heavy net usage, but light net usage.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to know when it's on UPS or something like that.
He's working on that as we speak.
Okay.
He's trying to make a response to where it will respond. I'm not sure whether when it IDs or whether when at the end of a QSO, but one or the other, and it will come and say on emergency power.
That's good. At least maybe put a DTMF code in or something like that to give the status. Just something so we know, because we if it's on emergency power, we won't run a net over there.
Right, and he was working on that yesterday when I took it over to him.
Oh, that's good. He's way ahead of everything like usual.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
He is.
And got a beautiful spread over there.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
Will not keep you. Thanks for QSO. Hope to see you again.
He ran out of macros to send.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. All right. You guys want to talk about anything else, or you just want to stare at the waterfall here with it for a while?
This is good stuff to know. But configuration can be a little funny.
Yeah. They need to work on that more than functionality.
When you get up in the radio and you can make it select a certain radio.
Like through here, or are you talking about in?
Where's the? Am I thinking of something else? I should bring mine up. One sec. Let me bring up FL Digi here. Where did you go? Okay. Come on. Windows Defender is blocking it. Nice.
Uh-oh, Windows Defender is at it again.
Strikes again. Oh, version 4.117 is available at SourceForge. Okay. Let me write that down. I guess I'm running less than 4.117.
Let's see.
Okay, I just found out something.
Ooh, that's annoyingly loud. It's 4.116 here. Oh yeah, look at that. Posted on the 3rd of this month.
Well, there's your download.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh, there's also a file you have to download too to get this thing to work, right? An XML file.
I haven't.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to download it. You have to go find it and download it separate.
I think that's if you use
Under rig cat,
rig cat.
description file.
Yeah.
And there's a thing, in my case, it's called smartstr_sliceA.xml.
Yeah, I don't really know
And
about
you have to
that.
download that. I don't remember where I downloaded it from. Maybe even SourceForge. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's one file you have to have, right? Do you have one for your FT2000?
No, because I use hamlib instead of rigcat.
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
Rig
So,
not assigned.xml.
yeah. So
Must
if
work though.
hamlib, right? Then you just select your rig from the list.
Right.
FL rig is another thing that I don't know about that I need to learn about. FL rig is a separate piece of software that runs that controls your rig, and different software can talk to FL rig, so you can have different pieces of software all using the same radio. In theory, I don't know how well it actually works.
I never downloaded or set up FL rig.
I didn't either. I think I did accidentally the first time I tried, but let me get back here. As if come on, hurry up. So there's FL rig here, FL message, which is how you actually create your ICS 213 forms, by the way. Actually, let me open that up real fast. It's actually a useful ARES thing here.
For us newbies, does that mean I have to download FL rig too?
No, you do not, probably, Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is FL message, right? And I think you can go here and do ICS 213. Yeah, there we go. That looks better.
Ah, look at that.
So you can, just like you have done with other ICS 213s, you just fill it out. And notice that this down here at the bottom matches the FL Digi mode. That's not a coincidence. When you send this guy, it actually sends it to your FL Digi software to send. All right, so this just takes care of the formatting and the data templating, and then sends the information to this piece of software to actually ship it out. If I were to change this to, I don't know, 4.4.
I got so much to run my next meeting.
All righty, sir.
Every Tuesday night.
Are you checking out, Russ?
Yeah, I'll check out. Well, just whatever you guys, when we meet again, we'll do it again. Whenever.
Okay.
Well, we have our real meeting next Tuesday.
Oh, okay, that's our club meeting.
Yeah, well,
Or
the ARES meeting.
I get confused.
And then the ARES net will be, the repeater net will be next Thursday, so Thursday week.
Okay. So we'll meet Tuesday at 7. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll see you guys then.
All right. See you, Russ.
All right, Russ.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here.
That's possible.
Aaron, who's got the net for the club net?
Renee's got it for the club net.
Okay.
Why do you want it?
Next time around, I'll take it.
Okay, yeah. After our last meeting, she literally closed the meeting and turned around and said, "I forgot to get someone to run the net."
Oops.
Has anybody ever requested, or has anybody ever thought about moving that club net a little earlier? Or is that something
Probably.
anybody would be interested in?
I don't care.
Either way, for me.
It's what, 8 o'clock?
Mm-hmm. Past Smiley's bedtime is what he's saying.
Yeah, you don't know how far off you are. You're
Well,
not. You're dead on it.
Harry's net at 8:30, then you're just way out, right?
I know.
Well, on a Thursday, if you want to make it earlier, or if Renee wants to make it earlier, I don't care. That's fine with me.
I just wondered if there was a reason that it was 8 o'clock rather than 7 or something.
Just tradition, I think.
Okay, and that's fine.
You can split the difference and do like a 7:30 or something like that. I think when we're commuting,
Yeah,
to
most
work,
people are done eating by 7, I think.
yeah, when we're commuting right to and from work, I wasn't getting home till 7 o'clock. So
And
Wow.
that's kind of what I figured, and that there are some people that probably 8 o'clock works better for.
Yeah.
And I'm of the, it doesn't matter to me. Earlier would be better, but for no reason, just convenience.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we can talk about it at the meeting if you want to. That would help with the ARES net too. We could make it at 8 or something like that, or 7:30, whenever, right after.
Yep.
Oh look, 2 big signals. Well, what else? What else we got going? Are you guys confident that you can do? Well, I think all of us have done some HF WinLink before. Rick, have you actually successfully sent a WinLink message via HF?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not on HF. I was set up to do it on 2 meters, but
Oh yeah. Well,
I have to do that in the van. So
yeah. Well, what do you need to get set up there? What kind of help do you need?
I just need to get into FL Digi, and if anybody's got a phone number they'd like to give me to call if I have a question, I mean, that might be handy.
Well, you can call me. You have my number.
Okay, I might do that. If I get in I'll try to start work on it tomorrow, and then if I get into a bind, I'll give you a shout.
Okay. If I don't answer, it's not because of you.
I won't be offended.
Something.
I think DUI also offered that option if anybody wanted to give him a call with some help.
Yeah, Paul did. Yep.
Oh, Paul, yeah. I can run over to his house. We meet in his front yard every now and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
His wife's diabetic. He doesn't want to get.
Oh, yeah. I think the real problem, though, is we need to see your stuff, right? So this camera you're using, is it a separate webcam or is it on?
Yeah, it's you can see my stuff. Like, look at.
Yeah, see, yeah, that would be probably helpful if we, you could zoom in on your radio and whatnot.
Yeah, there, my radio. I'll have to get a longer cord for it, but it's.
Yeah.
It's.
Or you could give them, how about share screen, Aaron?
What's that program that you can share screen? That you can,
I'm not worried about the screen. You can always do share screen, but it's like, where are your cables plugged in? Which USB cable is plugged into what? Here's your signal link. Is it pinned correctly? What is this? What are the lights on the signal link whenever you try to transmit? That type of thing.
I think I get the signal link working pretty good. I've done it before.
Okay.
But
Aaron, I have not gotten past sending a WinLink link on the internet. I have not been able. I have not been able to get my signal link working on my VHF radio. I don't know what I'm missing. But it just doesn't do anything.
Well, if you want to work on that sometime, let me know.
Absolutely, I would. If you could, if you got some free time, good luck on that.
Well, I mean, I've got, like I said, I don't go back to work till Monday. So if you guys want to, I mean, I can use an evening or two or something like that. We can step through all this if we want to. If we want to just create I'll create another Zoom meeting. We can all get on it, or you can get on it, or whatever. We can solve everyone's problem. So let's Rick, let's task you with actually give it a shot, see if you can get your signal link working on your Kenwood.
Okay.
Right. And Smiley, you want to meet tomorrow night, tomorrow evening sometime?
Yeah, early in the evening if we could.
Like
not to put you out. Even afternoon or something.
Okay.
Just whenever you've got some time, you tell me. I will be home anytime after 3 o'clock.
Okay. I mean, can we do like a 7 tomorrow then?
Yeah. I'd be tickled just to be able to send a WinLink message over the air. If I can just get that done.
Yeah, that's where we should be, right? Everyone should be able to have some way to actually send via RF. So
absolutely.
We'll get you on there. That's no problem.
All right. Well, I'll figure on unless I hear something different around 7 o'clock. Are you gonna set up a Zoom or?
Yeah. Why don't you send me an email like right now, I guess, with your what radio you're trying to use.
Okay.
And just some technical details of your setup.
Okay.
And I'll reply with the Zoom meeting. And,
okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. And then we can get that done and get you on the air. Should be pretty simple.
Well, I've got the signal link. I've got the radio. I've got. I think I'm short some software.
Oh well, we'll fix that. That's easy.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I'll send you that information and then you can tell me when.
All right. Yeah. I'll reply with that invite. If you other two guys want to be involved in that, just to watch.
Sure, if I'm available, I'd be glad to just to listen in to hear what's. You always learn something listening. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if Smiley's fine with it, I'm sure he is. I mean, we're not talking about medical conditions or anything unless you bring it up all voluntarily. So yeah, we'll have another one tomorrow then at 7 with the specific intent of getting Smiley on the air via some digital mode of some kind. So.
And when I get my signal link set up, I'll give you a text and let you know. I'll send you something.
All right. That sounds.
A message or something.
All right.
Then if cool. I'm not mistaken, unless I'm wrong, isn't it really easy with the 7300 for HF?
In theory, yeah. I think you can plug the USB cable in and everything just.
And works. It's already hooked up to the computer for logging. So I don't know if that's a shared thing or if it could be or.
I don't know if it's a shared thing, but it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, right.
If your logging software can read your radio, that means you probably got all the rig control set up already. So.
Okay.
So Smiley, you have the same radio I do, right?
7300?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenwood.
No. 7300 ICOM.
Oh. So Aaron's got a Yaesu 7300. You have an ICOM 7300. No. I have a Kenwood 7300.
No, you have a Kenwood 2000. I have a Yaesu 2000.
That's right, a 2000. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's past my bedtime. All right.
Rick, by the way, how are you feeling?
Better.
Good.
Well, I went to the doctor a while back and they said I was anemic. So now I'm trying to get my iron back up in my blood. So. I just get worn out real fast.
Yeah, I do that too, except that I'm 73, and that's why.
Well, I'm only 69.
Hey, wait a minute. I resemble that.
I got I'm a few years behind you, but
I'm
I
45.
feel like I'm catching up
walk
real
around the
quick.
block and get tired.
I can't remember being 45 once. That was a long time ago.
That's how old my daughter is.
Yeah. On Christmas Day, we had a Zoom meeting with all of my family, my father's family, right? And they all, I was on my phone, in the chair talking to them, and they want to talk to Renee, so I flipped it over, and everyone's popping in the cameras. Hey! I flip it back to Renee. Says, she mouths over, says, "Who is that?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, is that your cousin Joanna's children? I'm like, I think it's her grandkids.
Oh.
They were like, oh, that's right. Like, I've completely lost track of time. I have no idea how old I am or how old people around me are. Because I think I've told this story. We had a family reunion many years ago, and her children were coming, and I was tasked with going to the airport and picking them up. So I was like, well, we'll take 2 cars. All the adults can get in your vehicle. We'll put the child seat in the back of the 2 kid seats in the back of my car. We'll take grandma to take care of them, right? I'm like, all right, we'll get this set up. We got there. And then I realized, oh, wait, they're 11 and 12 years old.
They didn't appreciate the car seat, huh?
Well, I was assuming they would bring their own car seat. But I was like, wow, I'm missing 12 years of my life somewhere. Oh my God. But anyway. All right. Well, let's wrap this up then, unless you guys have something you want to talk about.
Oh, that's good.
Fine. Tomorrow, Smiley, if you send me an email, I'll reply and I'll forward it to you 2 guys. If you want, I'll put you on there. If you want to show up, you can. You don't need to, and we'll get you up and running.
It'd be great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else then, guys? All right. Well, if I don't talk to you, have a safe new year, and we'll see you in 2021, I guess.
Cool.
All right. Is it that close? It is, isn't it?
It is. It's a couple days.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Happy New Year.
Good night.
Night.